Let's go. 2 impact is perfect. Oh, the finishes with this deck are pretty epic. Pantheon ain't got nothing on this.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
What's up YouTube and welcome to a competitive Xerath deck. First of all, I will also be writing a full guide, a full article about this deck. That's why the background is a bit different from the in-game deck builder which I usually use. I will link it in the description as well as in the comments. So for some more in-depth strategy on how to play that deck, go check out that link. And second of all, why am I featuring this deck right now? It has had quite some competitive success recently. First of all, Broken Ball kind of built the list, or rather brought it back. It's not a completely new archetype, it has seen some play about a couple months ago, but now with the Xerath buff now being a 3-4, allowing it to trade much better. And sorry, a pro player from Lebanon took this deck and actually managed to hit top 10 in Europe with this. And some of the reasons for the deck's success is just the good matchups into a lot of the current meta decks. Ahri Kennen, for example, struggles a lot against Zilean's time bombs as well as against Xerath's passive. Even in the unleveled form, Xerath's passive already removes most of them. They mostly only have 1 HP. And we have a lot of landmarks to continuously activate that alongside Zilean's time bombs, which we can shuffle into the deck. Pantheon decks are also pretty good matchups. We play Quicksand, we play Minimorphs to take care of big stuff. Darkness, for example, is also quite interesting because we play a lot of Rite of the Arcanes, which is a perfect and very mana-efficient way of dealing with their champions. At the same time, we have a very explosive mid-game, and one of the strongest and most consistent finishers in the game, the Arsenal, which sometimes even makes Pantheon look quite puny next to it in comparison. We'll very often be able to play this on turn 8, already get 6, 7, 8 keywords, and if we then play an Ancient Hourglass onto it, it keeps all of its keywords and then gets another set of keywords on top of it. So you'll very often be able to get all of the, 14 keywords there are in this game, and then on top of that stack the impact keyword numerous times. So you'll have like a Scout, Challenger, Elusive, Overwhelm, plus impact, which can very often just one-shot your opponent or at least kill them over the course of just one turn. Besides that, Hexplosive Minefield is pretty insane in the current meta, especially against Pantheon decks. It goes through Spell Shield, and if you happen to run into a lot of control decks, of course Rite of Negation is a great answer to deal with those Feel the Rushes, Vengeances, or any type of other big value spells. Now, a typical game looks like this. We have a little bit of a slow start on turn 1 and 2, but early on we either want to get landmarks rolling immediately. We have Ancient Preparation or Rockhopper to spawn landmarks. We have Zilean shuffling time bombs ASAP, and that allows for level up progress on Xerath as well as stacking keywords on Arsenal early on. If we don't find our turn 1 or turn 2 plays, that's no problem though, because we'll often have Unraveled Earth, a great play on turn 3 and onward, which allows us to control the board very effectively, especially if we already have Endless Devout. Endless Devout in this deck is one of the core pieces. Most of the time it is just a 3 mana 8/6 because it's so easy to pop the Sarcophagus, destroy it ourselves, and get that 5/3 Restored Devout. So even if we don't find early units, a great opening curve with this is pass turn 1, pass turn 2, turn 3, Unraveled Earth into Endless Devout, trade the Devout into one of our opponent's units, then turn 4, Desert Naturalist on the Sarcophagus, and all of a sudden we have a board of 3 big units. And then we try to get our champions online. Ideally, Xerath is great for both offensive or defensive purposes. We either try to outrace our opponent, and then Xerath is great at removing chump blockers like spiders and other stuff, or we try to play defensively, but then also Xerath is very key. Alongside Rite of the Arcane and Pokestick, he just provides incredible removal. And depending on the matchup, the end goal is either to outgrind our opponent, to just make them run out of steam, or we eventually, like I mentioned earlier on, set up the Arsenal as a finisher with a million keywords, ideally being protected by a spell shield at the same time. Another cute thing about this deck is that it rarely runs out of steam, and we often find the cards we need, because we do run 5 predicts with Ancient Preparations as well as Zileans, and we play quite a lot of draw. Perseverium draws a total of 6 cards, Unraveled Earth another 3, and Pokestick another 2. So we can cycle through our deck quite effectively. So overall a very versatile deck that can play at any speed and kind of can match any threat that our opponent offers us. One thing I will say though, Poros can be a bit of an annoying matchup, Iceborne Poros that is. You might want to tech in more Quicksands if you run into that a lot. Generally speaking, you can make this deck even much more better against aggressive decks like Spiders and so on, if you cut some of the top end and instead add more early units as well as defensive options. So Pokestick and Quicksand, maybe some copies of Scrappy Chemist instead of Ancient Preparations just to have that 1-drop on turn 1. But keep in mind that that makes your matchups into control decks as well as mid-range decks a tiny bit worse, and you might run out of steam a bit more often. With that being said, I'll show you some gameplay. Don't forget though that I will write a full article about this deck if you need some more in-depth strategy, if you want to be reminded of anything I talked about in this intro. Feel free to check it out, and I'll also leave links to Sorries and Broken Balls Twitter pages if you want to see more of them. I think that's a good... I think that Zoe Diana deck is a good tool to learn the game, to learn the control playstyle. One Rite of the Arcane might be a keep. I'd probably play Sentinels, right? And again, we also really want to find Zilean. Perseverarium could also be a keep. Even more so than Rite of the Arcane, I think. Depends a bit on what version exactly our opponent runs. But generally, I think we want to outvalue. I don't want to play Xerath until he's leveled. He's probably still a card I want in the opening. The other option, of course, is Devout. Devout's really good here. But I also might need at least 2 copies of Zilean, because the first one probably gets removed. Of Xerath, not Zilean.
Stands beneath me and winds behind me. A little further.
Yikes. A Devout would have been sick here. Yeah, that's the issue. I wasn't quite sure how fearsome heavy my opponent's opening would be. It's rough. God damn it, I should have picked the frickin' Devout. Or double go hard. If I play Naturalist, I still only have 1 fearsome blocker. Maybe it's Xerath Rite of the Arcane. Merciless Hunter is a bit scary. I like Xerath though. Not Inventive Chemist. You could try Inventive Chemist in place of Ancient and Prep, but I don't think it's better necessarily. If it's another go hard, we go down to 7. Yeah, we gotta take the risk. Minimorph and Rite are both fine. I mean, with our Xerath and Rite of the Arcane spam, we should be stable against the fearsome pressure.
If it wasn't
Time to flip the switch. Go into aggro mode. Another vengeance is really good there.
Hey, wake up, you hammer! Good one.
If they vengeance Xerath, they would again only have one fearsome blocker. Sure. Not bad. Also not good enough. Yeah. Could swing, push 2 damage. I'm just expecting this to die to a whale anyway. Third go hard. Okay, good players always roll spell shield here. I mean, we're 50-50, right? Augment doesn't help. Just yeet it in, I suppose. I'm tempted to Hourglass this guy. I probably should. I have triple Xerath in hand. Oh, that's misordered, by the way. The spider dies this way. Should have done it the other way around. A thing of beauty indeed. Hourglass the big boy? Not now. We gotta bait some removal first. Or well, Eledros. So what's the play? Minimorph, Xerath, Hourglass, emote. Looks good. Can we die at 4 HP? Not really. Not with a Rite of Negation backup. Today I saw Arsenal with Impact 22. God damn. What a legend. Let's go. 2 impact is perfect. What? I guess 3. Oh, the finishes with this deck are pretty epic. Pantheon ain't got nothing on this. How many arsenals? 2. We play plenty of draw and predict, so I think we don't need 3. The mirror as the final test. Okay, we're looking for Unraveled Earth, Zilean. That's pretty much it. That's garbage. +1 because our Scout Arsenal attacks twice. That's true.
I've never tried this chemical before.
Backtracker says 3. Oh, we do play 3 arsenals, I suppose. Should have looked at the list a bit more in detail. Is it necessary right now? I mean, it's really good in a meta that plays Vengeances as well as Minimorphs and Hushes. That's not the start that I was expecting from our opponent. Okay, that's a good find. We are getting smorked. See, that's the issue with Chemist on turn 1. Before you get the chance to play Xerath on 4, the bomb pops. And you don't really want to play Chemist on turn 2. It's not what you play 1-drops for, right? Check for Pokestick. Ziggs Talia is a bad time as Xerath Zilean. It's a mirror though. It's probably just these instead of Ancient Prep. Xerath into Hourglass. Oh, they don't have a Rite of the Arcane target right now. Kinda have to give my opponent another Zilean. Wait, what if I do this? Nah, I like this more. Just a bit too far behind on tempo to be able to go greedy here. I mean, we have 3 more cards in hand. We win the long game, right? We just have to not get overrun. Must ask how my mustache is today? Perfectly fine, it's feeling splendid. Ooh, Minefield's gonna be good against their Arsenal. They get Arsenal priority on turn 8. Everything you can, I can do better. Same thing, except we shoot an extra unit. Mirror feels almost like Pantheon Mirror. I mean, eventually... First of all, eventually both arsenals are going to be fully stacked. Second of all... Ooh. Can I afford to?
Here's to Irma's Tush having a poke day.
Thank you so much, AJ. Can't really play the Minefield, can I? Actually, I can, because I can Quicksand Minimorph the Arsenal. Nah, it's fine. I can take 2 damage here, it's no problem. Quicksand here is interesting. I don't think it's good, though. Tank 5 for a value trade. Don't really like it. Xerath pressure too good. We don't have any landmarks to work off though. And we don't have Arsenal in hand yet. Ooh, that's hot. Hourglass or Unleashed. Or Quicksand. Yeah, it should be Hourglass. Right, now he gets vulnerable. Didn't consider that, but should be fine. Our opponent's version is quite different from ours. Ooh, that's a good find. Dare say the perfect one. Give Xerath vulnerable. Yeah, I think he did his job already. Also, we can protect him quite effectively. Okay, that's a good card for our opponent as well. So tempted to take the bomb. It's about time. For big guns.
Another me? Where are you going? You know I've forgotten.
Could swing with both. If my opponent uses Unleashed, they... I actually don't like it. Do you ever do something that's not Quicksand Minimorph? This is too vulnerable to Hourglass. Time to go proactive ourselves. Scout. Ah, nice. Nice keyword combo. Quick attack. Okay, okay. Good for board control. Does Arsenal Hourglass bug work? It's not a bug. It's specifically... like, it makes perfect sense with the wording. Okay. We're gonna go for a second one, right? Then shot, so I can't attack with this. It's 3 hour. It should be 3 hour glass procs total. It might be 4 if it's a bit buggy. Because earlier on, everything resulted simultaneously, right? So let's check it out. Let's do it for science, see what happens here. This card says draw. Should be good. If it's 4 procs, this guy dies. But if I Hourglass this now, they proc first, my Arsenal dies, which is of course way worse. Yeah, 4 procs. So in the case of Xerath, it does not resolve from left to right, it's just simultaneous. Could still stun an Arsenal if it gets played. So I can just put both on the stack if my opponent tries to write. Oh, they don't have mana anyway. I mean, we should be fine here. Our opponent can't really attack into a lifesteal unit. If they have a stun card, I guess we lose. If they have a Hexplosive specifically. I guess I should probably pass, because if they play Explosive, I can play Explosive, then Minimorph my own arsenal to survive. And if this is not a Hexplosive, we kind of just win anyway, right? Nice.
Another flawless execution.
Overwhelm, let's go. Okay, another shot at getting rid of this guy. We're not elusive, right? Nope. What we could do is not take the second swing. We only lose if, like, to an Arsenal open attack. But even then we have an Hourglass and then we can still stun. It's not even bad.
Bringing him out.
That should be the best Rite of Negation we'll get. Shut down the draw. Yeah, actually, for sure, that's the best Rite of Negation.
This lady called me the arsenal.
GG, outgrinded. Let's go, we made it to Masters with Xerath. See how many LP we end up on. That's okay. Did you see that Southeast Asia and Asian servers are combining? I did not. Kennen Ahri. Minimorph in the opening is too greedy, I think. We want Rockhopper on Rabbit Earth. Zilean. Pokey Stick. You can get that YouTube traffic from Seasonals. You don't really get much traffic from Seasonals though.
The forest and I are one.
To be quite frank.
Would you look at this place?
Is this the game that's balanced by Twitter? I mean, isn't that a dream scenario? Developers actually listening to the community, interacting with them, acknowledging the feedback.
I go!
Force a recall. Feels like they should hit the 3-3. What? Okay. Still remember the hype of getting into the top 32 of the first season for waitlist. And then insta-lose to Triple Ionia? Ooh, yeah. I mean, times haven't changed too much. Don't want to be popping the second Devout. I think we just want to shuffle bombs ASAP. Opinion on Trundle and Yeti deck. I don't know what that looks like. Second Zilean for more bombs can be good. I'm not sure if this one gets removed. I can try to suicide it. I mean, bombs are insane. Bombs are the key cards for this matchup. So Ahri only survives if my opponent puts
Say time isn't really an illusion.
an offensive combat trick onto her, which means I probably want to be blocking here.
My way.
Otherwise I take too much damage.
Too slow. Here's our chance.
Perfect. One mana. Am I scared of Homecoming? Not really, right? Just play this. If opponent uses Homecoming, I replay Sarcophagus.
Say, I am feeling great. Hey, wake up, you hammer!
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles. I see something! Oh, it's on. The chase is on.
Homecoming, Kennen onto Rock Bear. Okay. It's really good for us.
Eyes open. One advantage.
Okay, this time my opponent's actually going... Okay, okay. Three out of 6.
Will mourn you.
I see you.
Seabase, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Hope you had a good one. Seabase told me to say what's up. Just the usual playing against Ahri Kennen. Okay. It was a weak attack on their end. We're just going hard for bombs here.
Time is winding. Like a watch.
We've got 8 bombs in the deck, come on. With both predicts, with all the draws. What? Are you crazy? I just predicted into a Preservarium and you flood the board with 1 HP units? Please let me punish this. Jesus. This game's doo-doo. I'm dead if I click end round, right? Trying to remove doesn't look good. I guess we try to play blockers.
If it was important, they should have built it better.
That no matter what, we can still find Quicksand. I don't expect Rite of the Arcane to do anything here. Just gets nopified or recalled on. So I'd rather keep the mana open in case I do draw another Quicksand. Man, I'm really bad at drawing time bombs.
Fight, show me.
Mispositioned? Oh, she's already 5 out of 6, never mind.
You again?
You should watch this.
What now?
I suppose you'll do.
Ooh, misplay. Pretty big misplay. Need to only play the first copy of Absolver that already threatens lethal. Then I have to Minimorph, then they use the second copy. It's... So second copy here is 5. Might actually not be lethal in that case. Well, yeah, second copy of Absolver still wins now, I believe. Ooh, we made it! Why are you elusive though? Still had the elusive effect. Okay, it's about time to draw some bombs here. Or is it just Arsenal next turn? Hopefully the best. Another Minimorph. I mean, if we play Arsenal, we get like Scout Overwhelm.
Stay safe. I'll take it.
And our opponent doesn't have an answer, we can win. Lifesteal would also be sick. Pop Spell Shield with Kennen. Yeah, but he needs some actions to pop the Spell Shield. Bomb should be better. I don't think Bomb is better. Just thinking about Rite of the Arcane on the Conspirator. It's one extra keyword. Cannon spell? The champ spell, you mean? It's the second cannon already, though. I don't think we should shoot cannon. I think we should shoot Conspirator. Bomb is losing play. It really depends on what else we draw off of the bomb.
The world's heart beats with mine. Here I am.
I suppose soon should be now.
If we draw another bomb now, I'll consider it. 7 out of 30 is not good enough, odds-wise. Arsenal, we hope for, like, yeah, basically Scout Overwhelm, Lifesteal, Spell Shield.
Explosives, big and small, I got 'em all.
Scout, Lifesteal, over perfect.
Honored spirit.
Not elusive, unfortunate, nor challenger. It's fine though. Oh, that's the... Rip. That's the only way they can get cannon marks in just one action.
Light it up, huh?
In one slow speed action, that is. Otherwise, they would first need an action to recall cannon, and then we get the first attack through. And then they can replay cannon and go for this stuff on the second attack. But we'd still get the lifesteal through and we'd be kind of fine. Wait, maybe they don't hold Homecoming. I guess Ahri's Charm also would have worked, but that would have required the third Ahri to be in hand. Okay, actually winnable. They had to recall Kennen to pop the spell shield, take the 8, and then replay him, and they have 2 marks. Then they could have stunned on the second attack. I'm gonna trade these in. Yeah. There's no upside to trading these in, I don't think. Defensive twin. Oh wow, I can't help but feel like that our opponent should have won like 5 times. But I mean, that is an incredibly tough deck to learn. I also brought this to Fight Night and played quite averagely. I really under-respected the deck. I thought it was easier to pick up than it actually is. Well, GG though. Right off the Arcane kind of just breaks the matchup. Unraveled is too slow. I think we're looking for Ancient Prep and 2 drops. Starborn, chat, chill. We'll get to it eventually. I don't think drawing makes too much sense here. Rather keep the mana for rights later. What's Starborn? That's a really good question. A card that most people forgot even existed.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Ah, too bad we don't have a pokey stick here.
One banner, one destiny.
Smarty swings with everything. I think the smart thing would be to click end round. Now I'm confused. Should I say hi to the camera? To Mango Smoothie? Why not just pass back? Next turn, MF can get protected by Ranger's Resolve, Sharp Side, Riposte, more Bannerman.
Sun's beneath me and winds behind me.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I think I gotta assume no second MF. I probably just need to ride the Badger Bear. Could play this. I do have mana for Xerath into ride next turn, meaning we shoot out one of the squires if they don't have more buffs. Attack with 3-1. Yeah, I guess I could have done it. It's always a bit sus against Ranger's Resolve.
You're covered.
Don't get in my way.
Why not Zilean? Why not dipshit here? Feels like my opponent has a sharp side. Not even necessarily. Might just want to take out these units. Should have both sealed the deal. You can't have Lucian survive on 2 mana. You can replay another Lucian, I suppose. But yeah, double Rite of the Arcane Keep was basically what decided this matchup.
Press on. Just a little farther.
Sure.
Do not waver.
Minimorph might be better than Hourglass. Gets punished by Sharp Side or second single combat. Now, second single combat is fine, it's just the second Sharp Side that's punishing. But it's not even really punishing, then my opponent's down to 1 card left in hand.
You will not hinder my progress for long.
That way we make more value out of the Hourglasses.
Raise the banner. Lift our spirits. Our banner. Slow down, will you?
Lovely find here.
I will run you over. You got caught. Katina, you gotta see this new board.
Little busy now.
And we're in full control of the game, let's go.
Song of the Rock Dudes.
That's probably a rally. Feels like anything else would have made sense to play at some point.
I have urgent news. Making the dead deader.
Deader.
No. Lucian.
Hourglass Hopper, then we kill the Badger Bear though. could double Xerath. That's actually a good point. Yeah, I could have gone for this style play. Hourglass on the Xerath, play mine. We shoot out both units. That's actually the best play. Yeah, absolutely true. I missed it.